So let's understand what is Boolean logic. Boolean logic simply means a state, something simply means true or false, 0 or 1. Basic concept here. Let's understand with a bulb. If a bulb is on, it's true, yes and 1. If a bulb is off, it simply means false, no or 0. So Boolean means 1 or 0, true या false. Okay, so if we have one bulb, it have only two possible state, right? Either on or off. You can on the bulb or you can off the bulb. So now let's have two bulbs, then see how many possible state we can have. So bulb A and bulb B. So off or off and on and off, on and off. So 4 possible state for each, where bulb can be off and on and off, and on and on and on. Okay, so let's continue. So now let's write in a form of 0 and 1, right? So 0 0, off. This is our first bulb, this is our second bulb, and off, on, off, on and on. So this is something we did with AND logic gate. This one with AND, it simply means why this F result. Let's see this. 0 0 becomes 0, 0 1 becomes 0, and 1 0 becomes 0, and 1 1 becomes 1. Why? Because here when x is equal to 1, when x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, here like this, then only f will become 1, otherwise rest will be 0, because here x is not 1, here y is not 1, that's why it's 0. Here x is 0 but y is 1, but in order to get 1, this x is also should be 1, so this will false. Here we have 1, but let's check y, like y is 1, no, y is not 1, so 0. But here we match the condition, x is also 1, y is also 1, so it will become 1. Okay, and the remaining will become 0. That's the same thing. We call this as a gate or logic gate, and we represent with AND, like here. And these both things are same. This is something I have given for just a sample, so we can understand this one AND. So this is the same, basically 0 0 will become 0 and 0 1 will be 0, because to get 1 this we must have 1 and 1 in the AND condition. Okay, so let's move on. Boolean function, a function that operates on Boolean variable and returns a Boolean value. What it means? A function operates on Boolean variable and returns a, this is our Boolean value, this line is our Boolean value, and this is the operators. Okay, or this is operator, this is value, this is value. Let me say, let me again tell you, this is operator, this is value, and this is the boolean value boolean value we are getting. And this boolean function likely called as sometimes and sometimes they call operators. These are operators, and NAND, or like this we call them. Let me show you. This is and, this is an operator, this OR is an operator, this is not also operator, and this NAND is also operator. Don't worry about it, they are all operators. We call them just as a name. And the variable, this variable which is holding the value, container, this is holding the value, we call them as operands. There is no need to remember this thing, this will come to you naturally, so just wait for a while. Okay, so fxy can also be written as this thing f, and are you noticing that pattern, right? Can you find this pattern? Instead of here we are writing and, right? So f of function xy, same here we can write like this, x fy means we can write like this, and like this it means. So let's start with some more equations, not more, just simple that we did the AND. So let's again do AND. So 0 0, now we know when 1 will become, only when x will be true and y also will be true, or x will be 1 and y will be also 1. When x bulb is on and y bulb is on, then this third bulb which we have will on. But if x is not on and y is not on, then bulb will be not on, and x and one of one will be like y bulb is on here, then it will not consider, it will only consider when the x bulb is on. So it's important to on the all bulb to get 1, and if one of the switch or bulb is off, then we will get result as 0 off. Let's just like this, and we have something like OR. Here what happened, when this is 0, this is 0, it becomes 0. Okay, but any bulb is on, it means on. If 1 is on, if there is 1 in OR, then it's 1. If here it's 1, it's on. 1 and 1 will be also 1. So we just saying 1. If we got 1 any in this two bulb, if we got any bulb on, we will just write on in OR here, and here we will just write. That's why here just only have 0. Let's see another one. Not is like opposite. If you have 0, then it will become 1, and if you have 1, it will become 0. It's just like if you have true value, it will become false, and if you have false value, it will become, you guess it right, true, right? True. So it's just opposite way of telling what is x. So let's see. X, this is the thing which we are important for building the thing. So NAND. So NAND is opposite of AND, which we did here, right? So you can just see it. So false false, off bulb off, bulb off, bulb off of x, bulb off of y will on the switch of NAND. If this, and if you see for the AND, let's see that for the AND. Let me just copy it over here so it will be easy for you. Let's go down and paste here. Okay, so we can see and this is just simple not, right? This and means not. Okay, so let me write it here so it's not confused. Okay, so we have AND value and we have not AND value, which is NAND. So let's understand. So 0 0 becomes 1, false false becomes 1. Here 0 0, we know that to be get 1 here we need both 1 correct, right? So this is the opposite of it. Here all false became true and here all false become false. No, here okay, here whatever it's just the opposite of AND. It's just suppose you can see it. See here all this, whatever the value of AND here is false, it's automatically in the not AND becomes true. And you can see the last one here is false, but here it's true. So you get the idea. And here we did the OR, right, where any value 1 will be true, right? And when 1 came, it will automatically become true. Here also same. But here in XOR, what happened is 0 0 becomes 0 and 1 1 become 0, and only 1 and 1 will be 1 and the rest will be 0. That's the XOR. But it's not important for us. This is the important thing, and it's simple, right? Just opposite of AND is NAND, and that's the Boolean logic of it. Yep, it's very easy and hard at the same time, but we will do it more and more, then it will become easy. And that's all for this video.